Today's lesson is called Factoring Using the Distributive Property, also known as factoring out the GCF. Factoring, finding a polynomial's complete factored form. How to factor out a polynomial's GCF. Find the greatest common factor between the terms. Write it down with an open parentheses. Next. Divide out the greatest common factor from the polynomial and write down what's left. You check by distributing. If a polynomial doesn't factor, it is prime. This is a lot easier than it sounds. So the first thing we're going to do is go through the process we did for finding the greatest common factor. 12a squared, 16a. This is 2 times 2 times 3, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, a. So here we're going to circle our common factors, and we see that our GCF is 4a. So the way you do this, notice that this is a binomial. You do 4a parenthesis, and you look to see what's left. 3a is left of our prime factors, and then 4 is left in the second set of prime factors. So let's go ahead and check this. 4a times 3a is 12a squared. 4a times 4 is 16a. We know that we factored it completely, and when we multiply it out, we get back to our original binomial. So on this one, let's look. 15x and 25x squared. I think it's pretty obvious what the common factor is. It's going to be 5. And then you see the x that has the smallest exponent on it is x. So therefore, 15x divided by 5x is 3. And 25 divided by 5x is going to be 5x. And again, mentally, you should always go back and just multiply it out to make sure you didn't miss anything. This one, because there's going to be more to this one, I'm going to go ahead and use the prime factoring method. Again, you can use any method you want to get there, but this method ensures that you don't miss anything, which is easy to do. But there's a way to catch that also, if you check your work. So here we have a common factor of 3. These have 2's, but this one doesn't. A common variable of c and a common variable of d. So 3cd goes outside my parentheses. And if I look here to see, in this line, 2 times 3 times d, 6d is left. Notice the sign is the same. And then I have 4c here. And then plus 3 right here. So now I'm going to mentally check to make sure that I'm back to where I started when I multiply everything out. So that's 18cd squared, 12c squared d, and 9cd. So it works. So here I have 12xy, 24xy squared, and 30x squared y to the 4th. If you'd like to turn off the video right now, you can do it yourself before I do it, and then we can see if our answers match. If you feel like you need to see another example, feel free to keep watching. So looking at this one, whoops, technical difficulty. We're going to look at how many of them have the same. They share a 2. Remember, all 3 of them have to have the same one. They share a 3. I don't see any numbers that they share. They all share an x. And they all share 1y. So therefore, 2 times 3, 6xy comes outside the parentheses. And you see that there's a 2 left in the first one. Notice the signs are the same as the original trinomial. And then there's a 4y in the second one. Oh, that's going to be a minus, not a plus. My, I keep doing that. All right, and then that's going to be a minus 5. There's xy cubed. Again, I want to mentally check to make sure I end up back where I was. Notice the y cubed is on the y, not on the x. Alrighty, so that looks pretty good. Some extra practice. You don't have dry erase boards. You can go ahead and write this on paper. Go ahead and do these three, and we'll check them together in class. If you have any questions, please write them down and bring them to class.